it's a good thing I managed to record it from before. Oh, you gotta use the super missile. Yeah, now we can finally bust open those panels. Those annoying things that said super missiles.
What the?
Oh,
oh shoot. Oh, shoot.
Oh, there's a secret in there. I think. Maybe. Yeah, I wasn't killed by Ridley, but I was killed by a tiny little firebug. Oh, whoa! There you go.
Missiles, because you can never have enough missiles.
Yep. Well, Alex, I think, wait, how far were we in the game the last time you read? Like about 60%?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, you gotta hang on to those ledges and take those guys out, so that way they don't...
I wasn't on the ledge.
Oh, boy. But yeah, we would have missed all that awesomeness with all the toothpaste jokes.
At least we didn't have anything like our joke on snow.
Oh, yeah. At least that didn't turn into a construction vehicle incident. I mean, you didn't even die against Ridley as many times as you did against the construction vehicle. So, that's definitely a plus. And if I'm not mistaken, the final battle in this game isn't that spectacular either, so... Like I said, we don't get a chance to meet up very often because of our classes. Woo! Better. Oh yeah, I guess you can't heal yet until you're flashing red. Yeah, I just remembered that.
Where am I? Well, I can't go that way.
Oh, got something in my eye.
Where am I supposed to go?
Oh yeah, I guess you're supposed to go in that elevator. I don't see your objective arrow anywhere.
I wonder if I can get that item right there.
Well, we'll have to cut out of it, or we'll have to cut it out of the actual playthrough.
Okay.
Because, you know, people don't want to see backtracking. Unless you want to leave it in, which is perfectly fine with me. Some people might actually want to see where it's at. But like I said, you may or may not be able to get to it.
Well, we can turbo it over.
Since Alex is the one editing this series, he'll probably be... Yep, there's an item in there. Got a super missile at door. Yeah! Oh, there's a terminal.
Why would it be doing? What would it be doing? I mean, there of all places.
Yep, there's the item. Let's hope it's something useful. Oh, that needs a power bomb. Yeah, I can't wait till we get done with this game.
Oh, come on, Brian. Brian, this is a pretty enjoyable game to actually play.
Like I said, I haven't played the Metroid Prime series. I plan on doing that, but ooh, energy part. I think you got an extra one. Oh, never mind. Guess I miscounted. Then again, it has been a month.
Yeah.
So we'll go back into the elevator then.
What do you know?
Yep, that didn't take too long, so I guess we don't have to cut that out. It's frustrating, Alex. I just realized the most viewed video on our channel is the Mario Kart 8 Trolldwig video. It's got like 200 views, despite the...
Communication with Adam had ceased. From the deleter's point of view, Adam would represent the largest threat. Without question, his life had to be in danger. but it was Adam Malkovich. He wouldn't go down easily. And Adam would already know about the deleter, so there's no way he would let his guard down. If that was the case, then why couldn't I reach him? What did he think of the unfolding situation, and what was he planning to do next? My racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
So she does have emotions. Walk faster, Samus. Jeez. You could have caught him if you weren't walking.
Wait, is this the one you went to? Oh, it's the only door that's open.
Yep, it's probably going to be in this next room. Especially since you beat Ridley, they probably wouldn't want you dying.
For Sector 1.
What, no alerts? Huh. Normally they
Sector
say...
1's the semi-normal area, remember?
Oh. No, it's been a month, Alex. You know how bad my memory is with this game. Yeah, I think I might have mentioned earlier that I did play Metroid Prime in one of our earlier episodes. I can't remember, but I haven't. In case I might have mismentioned that.
I might have said a few things about it.
Oh yeah, so let's see. After this game, we're going to be doing Super Mario 3D World, I believe.
No, it's still.
Oh, these guys have thorns. Bristles, blades.
Still Crash Bandicoot 2, Jurassic Park.
Crash Bandicoot. Well, at least they did a good job on making the enemies. They added a good variety of enemies in this game.
You know, think that. As in, yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. That reminds me. Alex and I were talking about Skyward Sword earlier. Alex says it's a tie for his favorite Zelda game of all time, tied with Wind Waker. But I liked Wind Waker too, but I can't really say the same for Skyward Sword because, well, it didn't have as many dungeons as it should have had, especially since one of the pieces, I can't remember what it was. One of the Triforce pieces you had to get was, look out! One of the Triforce pieces you had to get, or was it not Triforce piece, but I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played it. Anyhow, or one of them was in the very first dungeon you went through, and all the doors are already open. There was just a few things you couldn't do in the first time you got through the dungeon, and so that kind of irked me. And not to mention, the enemy variety was a lot, it was pretty, how should I say this? Underwhelming, there we go. My brain went everywhere for a minute. Anyways, watch the ground here, Alex. Don't want those things coming up from underneath ya! I think I need the grab. There it is, there's the green light. Man, I keep losing my track of thought today. Anyways, I think I can recall all the enemy types of Skyward Sword off of my head compared to before. Because, like, what is that? Try blowing it up. What's that? Oh, a missile tank. Looks looks different from the other ones we had.
That's because it is a regular one, but it was encased.
Huh?
So that way it wouldn't show up on the map.
Huh. What's... Oh, there's a root in the way. Anyhow, I think right now I could probably recite all the enemies in Skyward Sword off the top of my head. Let's see, there's the Deku Scrubs, or whatever they are, Deku Babas. Deku Scrubs, Deku Babas. Whatever the things were that are in the Ocarina of Time that were on the... that were like the biting flowers. They were both vertical and horizontal open mouth versions where you had to swing in a certain way to hurt them. Let's see, then there were those Bokoblins, or Bokoblins, yeah. Too many, or a whole bunch of variations of the Bokoblins, which I feel they could have replaced with other different enemies. Like, for example, the Dark Bokoblins had took a lot of hits, and they didn't show up much until like the last fight with Girahim. And then there were the basic red ones. They just aimed their weapons to block wherever you were aiming your control stick. So all you have to do is just hold it in one direction, and just do that, or swing in the same direction because it hit them from the opposite side of which they were blocking. I mean, if you weren't 6 years old or something with no sense of common sense whatsoever, you'd probably...
Any objections, Adam?
Yeah, you wouldn't have any problems. Oh yeah, there's their old signature move. Yep. Let's see, what other enemies were there? Oh yeah, there were the Stalfoses, which were like mini bosses. But once you got the first time you fight him, he's kind of hard. The only reason he threw people off was maybe that counter he had after you hit him too many times. Then the second one, or the second time you fight him, you take him down to like 4 hits. I mean, sure, you fight us off like 3 or 4 or 5 of them at one time, but when they take 4 hits, they're not a challenge at all. And then there was the Great Stalfos or whatever. But that was just a variation of the Stalfos, so that's 3 enemy types so far. Let's see. There are a few robots from that one level. Okay, maybe I can't name them all off the top of my head, but then again, it's been a while since I played. But there aren't that many enemy types, I can say that much, compared to the previous Zelda games. I mean, they didn't even have any Iron Knuckles or Dark Nuts in this game. Oh, I hope they put those enemies back in the new Zelda Wii U. I liked those armored enemies that are tough to kill. The toughest enemies in the game are human beings wearing suits of armor. Well, they might not be human beings, because in the Wind Waker, the Dark Nuts were like dog creatures. But in Twilight Princess, you couldn't see what they looked like underneath the armor. And in Ocarina of Time, they were just empty suits of armor. Oh, look, it's her. You know, Samus, you don't run very fast.
I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation. I came here because I intercepted the distress calls. I'm a bounty hunter. And I know that something is after you. Please, you must believe me.
She's saying that out loud or in her head?
She's saying that to the girl on the other side of the door in the hotel. She hears them.
Her mouth wasn't moving when she was talking, though.
It was covered up.
Oh.
See?
Well, I can kind of see it. Yeah, I see her mouth. It's not
I'm
moving when she
Samus
talks.
Aran.
See?
What's your name?
I see it moving.
Oh wait, I saw it move. Never mind. My eyes are just bad. Alex almost has 20/20 vision. I've got like 2/1 vision.
Behind closed doors, the Galactic Federation was trying to create a special forces unit
Yep. Without
composed
my
of
contacts in,
bioweapons.
I am legally blind.
In order to make it happen, they were attempting to create an organization modeled after the space pirates, with the Zabesians at the center.
Zabesians.
Because of a certain
Can't take that word seriously. It just sounds so
presence,
funky.
the life forms became ferocious. We were no longer able to control them.
Man,
by a certain presence.
this episode's been mostly cutscene.
She must have meant Ridley.
Well, at least she
When you
remembers his
sent out the
name.
distress signal, even though
You
it
think she'd
endangered
never
your
seen him
life?
before because of how scared she
I
was
had
earlier.
to. I felt there was a real danger here, that if left as is, the Zebesians would continue to
I can't
evolve
remember
and
if she
resurrect
or
as
if that
real
was just
space
like a-
pirates.
If that danger
her
was
looking
real,
like a little girl when
then
Ridley
the
was in
risk
front of her.
of withholding
That might have been
information
a
to protect
reenactment
herself
of
was
a
too
previous
great, clearly.
encounter with Ridley that I just don't know about.
And yet,
You
wasn't
guys gotta
she the
understand,
one
I haven't
who
played all the
set
Metroid
facility's
games, so
system to
my
self-destruct?
Metroid lore is a little...
In silence,
It's
I
a little
praised her courage and
subpar,
sense
if you
of
will.
responsibility. At the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians, under Ridley's influence, became super aggressive. Would that really lead to the resurrection of the space pirates? Without a malicious force to lead them down that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures? Regardless, it was clear that the Galactic Federation was ready to consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as for Madeline and others who knew the secret... But wait, there was another inconsistency in her story. Why go to such lengths at all, with just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's
Well, Alex, this
military
has officially
force?
turned into a
They should have
detective
been
game.
able to destroy a facility of this scope with ease.
Samus right. Ace bounty hunter. Not doing much bounty hunting, though.
Actually, there was an even more dangerous plan. Come with me.
Is this even Madeline Bergman? How do we even know she's even Madeline Bergman?
She isn't. But I'm not gonna tell you who actually is, though. You'll find her. Sorry for spoiling it for you, Alex. But you know, the story in this game's really deep.
Unfortunately, I think I read some
What?
spoilers.
Yeah, well.
That's not possible. The Metroid were
Impossible!
terminated along with Zebes. Yes. And the last of them, the baby, met its end above my head.
Don't do that, Alex. Everybody hates that
You're
guy.
Samus Aran, right? The one who annihilated the space pirates? Metroid remnants were attached to your suit when you returned from Zebes. They were reproduced from
Yeah,
a
they
piece of cell
splattered all
structure
over.
salvaged by the Federation, and they are in this facility.
Hey, you get to kill more babies, Alex.
Your suit of polish, so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
Yep. Non-specific
And
scientist
Ridley in
guy.
the
There we
same
go.
way.
At first, no one thought that the creature was Ridley.
They look kind of like a brown.
They
or
didn't
brown-haired
think it
Harry
had
Potter.
potential as a bioweapon at all.
Yep, that was Ridley.
They raised it like a
See,
pet,
Ridley isn't
calling
too
it
big. As a
Little
matter
Birdie.
of fact, he's too small.
Until one day,
Well, he was too small.
it attacked one of the researchers and got away. Ridley had played dead and lured the scientist into his cage. What was left? It was a horrible sight.
You have to be a pretty
But in
big
order to
pansy to be
control
killed by
Metroids,
that little thing.
You need Mother Brain's telepathy. You don't. You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone, did
What do
you?
you think, Alex? You think that little hamster gerbil thing could kill you?
It's artificial intelligence.
Alex would probably think it was too
Developed an
cute to
AI
hurt, so
program
we just let it
that
hurt him,
reproduces
right,
Mother Brain's
Alex?
thought processes. We called it MB.
Madeline Bergman?
But it was just a program. It wasn't the mother herself.
MB evolved.
And all this
as it
talk of Mother makes me
communicated
excited for
with
playing
Metroids.
Mother 4.
It appears
It's gonna
as
be a
though
lot
it
better
began
than
to
this
become
travesty, that's for
self-aware.
sure.
Much like the original Mother Brain. It's really
Well,
quite
if any of
remarkable.
you guys out there are actually watching, now that I've mentioned it,
That's when it became clear
Mother
to me
4
just why
is a
Madeline
continuation
was
of
so
Mother
afraid
3,
of
which
the
is where
space
Lucas
pirates'
came from, which you
resurrection.
guys probably know from Super Smash
It wasn't
Bros.
that her
Brawl.
story had holes in it.
But
Through the holes were glimpses
yeah.
of the danger that was right
There's a bunch
before her
of
eyes.
a bunch of fans getting together
If
making
everything
Mother
she
4
said
fan
was
made
true.
or a fan made Mother 4. Well, hold on, there goes your phone, Alex.
Where are
Alex,
Here
I
in
got
any
it.
of our map data.
Oh boy.
It's a place like Turian, where we propagate and raise Metroids.
Just get it, Alex.
I began to see what the
What
worst
did you
case
get?
scenario
It's
would
already-
look like.
It's already gone
The
through.
ultimate
Well,
weapon,
who was it?
the Metroid,
I can't
would
tell.
be mass-produced,
Tell
and
I
as soon
don't
as
know.
an AI that could control them was developed,
Dang it! Can't
plan
pause
to
it!
create a special
Ah!
forces unit modeled
Wait, can
after
I
the
use-
space pirates was replaced.
Don't. Oh, come on.
But as the AI
Who would design a game where you can't
spun
pause a
out of
cutscene?
control,
I mean,
the
somebody might be at the
facility became a
door, you gotta
place
answer the
much like
phone.
Planet Zevis.
Well, I guess there's another problem we found with this game.
If the situation were left alone, galactic society would be
Well,
put in
I guess
peril.
we'll count this as a new episode.
Even the ringleaders
Sorry
of the
about that,
operation
guys.
wanted to avoid
Alex's
that.
phone was ringing. We had
But
to
they
pause
still
the
wanted
game.
Metroids.
Um,
And that's why
there might have been an emergency. That's why we don't keep it off.
they decided
I
to
keep my-
capture the
I keep my
Metroids
phone off
contained
during
in
the-
Sector Zero.
Oh,
and
Alex isn't in
delete
the room, by
rest
the
of
way,
facility,
so not that he
including
talks
the
that much,
space
anyways. But
pirates,
I usually keep my phone
and
off so that it
everyone
doesn't
knew the
disturb me. But we
secret.
can't say the same for Alex's home phone, since they're
But before the
in here.
ringleaders could act, Adam appeared.
Anyhow,
Adam might have
Oh,
known
he's
or
back.
suspected the truth about the facility from the
Samus, shut up! We gotta pause the
Regardless,
game.
Since the ringleaders were members of the
It's just
Galactic
the
Federation,
hospital
they
calling,
could no longer
calling
act
about my
recklessly.
appointment on Monday.
Oh,
And so a
was
deleter
that
was
what it was?
installed as a member of
Oh.
Adam's team
Did they leave
to
a voice
destroy
message?
evidence and plan each subsequent
No.
move. But having me added on as a member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's plans. Madeline, thanks for telling me all this. I've got to destroy the Metroids and MB in Sector Zero. You have to remain hidden. Don't worry. The Galactic Federation CO who's here now will help you. You're safe.
Does that CO happen to be Commander Adam Malkovich?
Ugh. Oh, this is almost as cutscene heavy as Metal Gear Solid 4. Except I could actually pause the cutscenes in that. If plus doesn't work,
The
minus
real
doesn't work,
leader
home
of this
doesn't work.
operation is Commander Malkovich.
What if 1 or 2 works?
I can't believe that he's here.
Nope, 1 or 2 don't work either. The control pads don't. The A button doesn't work. I'm sure the power button would turn it off,
Stay
but
here
wait,
until I
B.
return.
Nope. Nothing works. We can't skip the cutscenes.
I got an idea.
We can't skip them or pause them. I mean, we could turn the console off and start it over, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, we could do that so that way we get it smooth.
That's fine. People will understand. And besides, they need to see the mistake for themselves that the devs made, and not being able to pause or skip cutscenes. So we need to keep that in to let people know, Alex. Yay, she's dead. Yep. At least it doesn't look half bad for a Wii game.
Yeah, it's actually very good.
Yeah, for a Wii game. Okay.
We can finally silence this!
All right, guys, we'll be back. So we're gonna cut out of this.